My older sister and I used to venture through the forest behind our house at least 4 times a week. She loved to build dens and shelters, whilst I preferred climbing and maneuvering my way up trees. Both of us shared adoration for exploration. It was the perfect hobby for us to bond, and the memories I collected there growing up remain my fondest, even well into adulthood. The family house is now just my own. My sister used to still visit frequently, though, and we would wander through the woods together if the weather was kind enough. Last year, everything changed when my sister stopped visiting. She doesn't talk much to anyone anymore. She's so reclusive. She broke up with her girlfriend and forced her to move out. It means that she lives alone now, and trying to talk to her is difficult, if not impossible at times. In the past year, I have spoken to her 4 or 5 times, and it has always been the same. She will immediately say, "You are not allowed to wander the woods, not anymore." But whenever I ask her why, or tried to get her to explain further, she would just stare at me. She wouldn't say a word. The last time I saw her, she even got angry at me, insisting I already know why. She called me delusional for not understanding. But telling me I'm not allowed to enter the forest behind my own house? I could not understand why she thought she had that authority, or why she would even want to command me about that in the first place. I never really entered the woods without her anyway, so it was never an issue. Until last week. I missed having a sister. I missed the adventures we used to go on. I wanted to go and relive some memories, even if it meant going in alone. So I did exactly what she told me not to do. I wandered the woods. I live in a small town. Passing by someone on the streets is rare enough, and it only becomes rarer in the forest. You can almost guarantee that you will be alone every time you walk through it. I wish that were true this time, too. I stopped dead in my tracks when I saw it. I don't know how long I froze there. What felt like minutes was probably closer to seconds. If it had truly been minutes, I think I wouldn't be here to even tell this story. No, it must have been the shortest amount of time before I ran. Running away is a basic human instinct. I'm lucky they didn't notice my eyes, or they'd be out of my skull. I'm even luckier that I didn't accidentally think about them too hard. We all know what would happen if I did. Once I got home, I locked all the doors and windows and hid in the basement, the only room with no view outside. It's the only way I could ensure my safety. I stayed in there with my eyes closed for exactly 17 minutes, just to be sure that they would not take them. Once I opened my eyes again, making sure not to look up for too long, I phoned my friend and told him about this encounter. I tried my very best to explain it to him, but he just kept interrupting me and asking me to continue. Whenever I try to describe the events that occurred, he cannot hear me. Eventually, he hung up and drove to my home. He smashed a window to get in after realizing I wasn't going to let him in. As long as I don't listen to the wind coming in through the shattered pane, I should be okay. He found me in the basement and tried to console me. I tried to describe the events again. He could not hear. Maybe I'm going insane and keeping my mouth closed when I think I'm talking. Maybe his brain can't comprehend such horrors and won't process what I'm saying. Maybe they don't like to be talked about. Whatever the reason, I just know that I cannot share this traumatic day with anybody. My friend went upstairs to get me a glass of water. He must have listened to the wind because he never came back down. I've called other friends and family, but none of them can hear what I have to say. I've texted people, yet nobody replies. I have written physical letters, only for people to ask me why I have mailed them a blank piece of paper. I do not know how to convey what I saw, and I do not know how to forget it myself. I just want to forget it. I haven't slept in days. I still remember them so vividly, with the way they would, the noise they made when, I think they're coming for somebody else next. I think they're coming for